Good morning. It's Wednesday, October 10th. Our top news story today is that the Groundfish Forum in Berlin is reporting that Atlantic cod catches are going to surge 18% in 2013. This by itself is not news. We all know that the Barents Sea catches are going up substantially. But what is news to me, and which we really feature in our article, is that this surge rivals exactly what happened with Atlantic salmon in 2011-2012. If you go back and look at the Groundfish Forum predictions for the various fish species, they were projecting a 20% increase in Atlantic salmon production from 2011 to 2012. Of course, this has materialized, and one result has been a 44% drop in the price of Atlantic salmon from February of 2011 until today. Now, let's look at cod. How is the cod market going to absorb an 18% increase in the course of 1 year on top of a 7% increase last year? We are going to see a real adjustment that's going to take place in the cod market. And how the industry deals with this adjustment is really going to determine whether we have a healthy year in whitefish or something that approaches a disaster. Cod, of course, has a lot more versatility and I think more niche markets than salmon. And also there are a couple of positive signs of areas where cod supplies might find a good niche. For example, the Groundfish Forum is also forecasting a 7% decline in catfish and pangasius. So it's doubtful that we'll see price reductions there, and cod may be more competitive against that species. Haddock is a much smaller species, but it's going to see a significant decline in landings in 2013. Once again, at the right price, cod can be very competitive in certain haddock markets. But the other problem is we have a cloud hanging over the global seafood industry in terms of weakening demand and the increasing risks of a global recession. We've already seen that weakness in southern Europe and also a pullback in orders in northern Europe of cod from China has already pushed down H&G cod prices about 23% since the start of this year. What the Groundfish Forum numbers show is that this pressure is going to accelerate. And it's going to be a real marketing challenge for whitefish producers to find enough new markets to maintain profitability this year. In Norway and the Barents Sea, already there's a move towards fresh fish. A lot of producers there think that if they can expand sales of fresh cod into Europe and Russia, this might help take up some of the slack. And obviously, they have a fresh salmon model to go on. This is one encouraging development. Another encouraging development is that cod and whitefish in general is going to be more competitive vis-a-vis beef, pork, and poultry next year. Cod is not affected by the skyrocketing prices of grain. Finally, there's also an opportunity with this surge of cod. What we see in the big fisheries of cod and pollock is that wild fish really is here to stay. It's a very sustainable resource, and I think that with the reduction in cod prices, it offers an opportunity to kind of rebrand the wild fish sector as part of a consumer diet and show that in fact everybody should be eating a certain portion of their seafood as wild fish as well as farm fish. This is where I think this presents opportunities. Anyway, it's going to be a wild year, and we thank the Groundfish Forum for sharing these figures. In Lexington, Mass., this is John Sackton.